Hi there. This is Guntak or Guntak. It's been about 4 weeks since I've posted my last video, but it's felt like substantially longer. Um, I've been slowly lifting my rotten feet out of this swamp-like ground that I've put myself in. Um, Things have been progressing slowly, but I'm still afloat. I can't complain. I still have some love. I still have some passion in my heart. Um, Things aren't perfect, but things are going. Um, One day, I think I'm gonna miss this, feeling so lost, you know? Isn't that strange? I remember in my sophomore year of high school, I had a very similar proposition and outlook on life. And, that was just the start of it. Never ever did I think that I would reach such a spiral, such a down, such a gray area in my life. But I started to miss it. I started to miss being sad, and I started to miss the moments of revelation I had and salvation that I found amongst extremely hollow ground for what it seemed. So that's where I'm at right now. Um, I want to say this is unscripted, by the way, if you couldn't tell already. Um, I want to offer some advice to anyone that needs it. Um, because it feels like I want to give this advice to people that aren't hearing it enough. I needed to hear it at some point and I didn't. And now I'm here. I'm here for a number of reasons, right? But, there's a one big substantial core reason. And I just want to say, and this is that reason, okay? I'm not building it up, I'm not building it up. But please don't self destruct in this life, okay? Um, Human beings, we are extremely, extremely, extremely um, unpredictable um, and sporadic. And we do things and we feel things in a certain day, and then the next day we don't feel these same things. And maybe a month later we're regretting a certain thing, or, the way a certain thing looks is what's bringing us down that certain day. Um, please don't self destruct, though. Um, you really, really need to take account. I don't know if I'm talking loud. Please take account of what's really valuable to you in this life. Um, um, and what has a substantial enough presence for it to be around. For me, I think I started to take things for granted again. And this whole pattern of self-destruction was something that I was so familiar with in the past. And I was like, oh, dude, that shit's never gonna happen again. And while it didn't happen as strongly as I must say, um, it did happen again. And I started to slack off, and I started to shoot things down, which I shouldn't have been shooting down. And I started to try less, and I started to be so self-indulgent in these fucked up feelings that I had, and these fucked up propositions and extremely nihilistic existential worldviews I had. But that's not the one all be all. I am just kind of a weird person. I think weird things sometimes. Um, but I started to realize that it was, you know, getting unhealthy, and it was too late. It was too late when I did realize that much. But that doesn't mean it's not too late for you, you know? Um, Life is really, really turning for a lot of us right now. Those born in 2000, 2004. I guess not 2000. I'm a 2004 baby, by the way. I don't know about most of the people that are going to see this video, but I am. I'm growing up still. I'm not a fucking kid anymore, but I'm learning shit. I'm new to this, bro. Um, as a lot of people are. Everyone's fucking new to this, right? It's everyone's first year on Earth, guys. Our first life on Earth. It's everyone's first time, guys. That shit's corny, but it's true. It's true. But yeah, no. You might be going through some gray areas, and you might be thinking that some people are falling out of your life and things like that, but and I'm not asking you to overextend yourself. Keep that into account. Preserve your own self-health, and make sure that what you're doing is worth it. But really, really make sure that you're not taking things for granted, you know? Um, Make sure you're not purposefully putting shit down that you think you don't need anymore. Um, and I'm not sure how easy this comes across as saying, but really prioritize the important things in life. We're going to have so many trials and tribulations. For me, it's school and a job and all this stupid shit around me. Everything fucking depresses me that is so remedial. I hate this stupid ass fucking world conflict. I hate that I live in a city with so much stupid shit happening all the time, right? I mean, I'm starting to really feel that as of 20 years old. I'm starting to really take all that fucking energy in and be like, man, this sucks. But it's all right. But you take in all that, right? But please don't let that affect anything that you actually fucking care about in this life. Please don't. Please don't purposefully put anything down. Please don't purposefully destroy yourself over just such fucking remedial bullshit. All that matters in this life is that we have some voices in our life that are just so important than others. Um, and if there's one thing you can't take for granted, it's human connection. I don't know how easy this comes off for people to hear. Um, and maybe I don't upload this. I just want to be um, the one faceless person on your shoulder that's telling you to do the right thing in this scenario. Because whatever you think is going to happen coming out of this proposition that you've made of yourself, um, without a presence or two, for whatever reason you've made up, whether that be you're not feeling alive on this earth anymore, or you're feeling friendships and relationships crumble around you, or things aren't the same way anymore. Understand that, there's some things you just need to prioritize. There's some hard set notions in this life, and there's people that will love you unconditionally despite all of this stupid shit. And that's all we really need. I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, you can ask me about it. And maybe I'll reply. I don't know what's in the future for this channel. I don't really know what's in the future for me. This channel is it's nothing, in this life. I like having the output though, but I physically cannot put these things on top of a shelf until I feel that I've done a service to myself and that I feel good again about living this life. Thank you for all the comments left on this last video here. It was nice reading them. I think that's it. Yeah. Um, and this is what happened when you make an unscripted video. This is what happened. I can't fucking speak lately. My mind is just completely fucking fried. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Thanks. Hope that helps. Or, I hope it applies to whatever specific scenario that I'm speaking to. If you think I'm speaking to you, then I probably am. If you're going through a specific scenario and you think you could relate, then I probably am speaking about that specific scenario. I don't know. So yeah.